my head up and told them crown me. My ring finger got a rock on it, rock on it, rock on it. Threw dirt on my neck, tried to bury me. Threw salt on me like that was seasoning. Now this my season.
And welcome to another edition of Top Plays of the Week. We're helping out open teammates and checking out your State Farm top assists. Pass those videos over here. Your first pass is from Just Joshing in the rec. Runs from the left side and doubles down on their own alley-oop toss. That block attempt was close. Almost sent the ball into next week's top plays. Sensational teamwork, and I'm not just joshing. They are! Swinging the ball over to B. Ricey in the rec. Catches a lob on the break and sends up another. It's a close game, but hey, a highlight is a highlight. Great way to reward everyone for running hard and looking out for each other. I almost get teary-eyed thinking about it. It's so beautiful.
When the Warriors come down, it's always a sight to see. Dressed in their best as they arrive in their building earlier. Welcome, maybe the best day of the NBA, Thursday night, and we're happy you could be here with us. Our game tonight featuring the Chicago Bulls as they go up against the Golden State Warriors here in Chase Center. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On the sidelines, it's David Aldridge. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Levine and Williams up in the forward positions. Kobe White is out there with MP, and it's Smith in at the center. And for Golden State, some kind of shooting in the backcourt for them. It's Curry and Hield. Moses Moody is out there with Kuminga, and it's Looney in at the 5. Well, there've got to be a lot of challenges at different stages of the season, Stan. Here we are at mid-season. What comes to the top of your mind when you think about what these coaches are facing now?
Well, you know, Kevin, for me, it was always just that mental grind of thinking that there was an answer out there that I wasn't finding, that we had one more thing that maybe could unlock better performance, and you think about the game 24/7, where sometimes the best way to come up with those answers would be to get away from it.
Now White, after the missed three from Buddy Hield. To the paint, here's Fields. Banked in off the glass.
And just running the offense. White's that new breed of combo guard who can do a little bit of everything.
Hield outside. Looney passes to Hield. Some nice passing by Golden State. And there's the defensive 3-second call.
Golden State basketball.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And so he hits the technical free throw.
What you appreciate most about Curry is his confidence, especially when it comes to how far he can connect from.
Now here's Curry. We saw him with 19 points his last outing.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Fields can't get it to go.
Well, this isn't the start they wanted. They need to just settle down and move the ball for better shots.
For Chicago, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. He makes that one drop, only a second and 5 tries. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Hey, Greg, Kobe White has proven he can run the show.
Well, he's more than just a scorer. He's become a quality playmaker with better decision-making, but his biggest improvement has been his efficiency.
And here's White following the three-pointer by Buddy Hield. Curry against White. It's rebounded by Golden State.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Podziemski, he's checked in for Buddy Hield. Josh Giddey's checked in for the Bulls. And so Levine will bring it up now for the Bulls. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
Yeah, those opposing crowds can put you off balance at the stripe, but you got to block out the noise and make those free throws.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Kevon Looney. And the Bulls making a change. Some changes. Kevon Looney is checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith, and it's Buddy Hield in for Brandon Podziemski. Chicago also making some changes. Buzelis is checked in for Jalen Smith. Chris Duarte comes in for Levine, and MP subbed in for Ball. Taking a look at the Bulls, Williams is out there with Buzelis. Then it's Josh Giddey. Then it's MP, and it's Duarte in at the 3 spot. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, a couple of seasons ago, Steph Curry first brought out the night-night when he put a team away. Asked about his inspiration, he said, "I have no idea. I don't choreograph any of that stuff. I was just having fun." You know how kids' bedtime routines are important? It's the final signal for job well done that day. Kevin?
Well said. He is a 1 of 1, B.A. The shot by Looney, no good. Chicago leading. You know, Stan, I've always thought that your path, kind of like Billy Donovan's, going from the college game to the pro game, both enjoying success, very, very similar paths.
Except for one thing, Kevin. Billy could actually play. I couldn't. So, you know.
Well, you're not being fair to yourself now. Come on.
Billy was a great college player, and I think, Kevin, Billy Donovan's the most underrated coach in the NBA. This guy's a surefire Hall of Famer, back-to-back national titles in college, and then you look at the consistent success he has had in the NBA with teams. This guy is as good as anyone in the country, heck, anyone in the world coaching basketball.
Well said. DeAnthony Melton, he's checked in for Golden State.
And the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Here's Giddey. 11 points for him in that last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. 3 on the clock. MP right side. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. You look at Portland. They've achieved some upward momentum, climbing to the 5th spot on the board.
And you know, right now for the Bulls, they just can't seem to find the mojo they need to move up the rankings. They tinkered with their lineup, but so far they just keep getting the same results.
Here's Dosunmu. The Warriors making the shot. Bounce pass Smith. Here's Buzelis. And the Bulls with another miss. Warriors leading by 4. Curry outside. Rebound by Smith.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Dosunmu, the pass to Fields. Misses the baby hook. And it's the Warriors' ball. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Curry looking it over. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense.
Golden State basketball.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
At the line for the Warriors, Stephen Curry. One shot.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. And so that's the end of the first half. Warriors ahead as they go on a 10-0.
29. The Bulls, 23.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Curry with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Heel. Kuminga out there with Moody. And it's Looney in at the 5 spot. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half.
That halftime break didn't seem to do them any favors, starting off the second half with 3 straight misses.
Levine dishes to Fields. You know, Stan, we hear all the time about after timeout plays. About how many of those do teams really have at their disposal?
Well, you certainly have to have a few, Kevin. Coaches vary in their philosophy. Some coaches will draw them up on the fly. I was one, like a lot of guys, who wanted to have things that we've worked on that then we could go to. But that just depends on who you've got, how smart your guys are, how quickly they pick things up.
White against Curry. White looking around. From past the arc, hits the three-point bomb.
A smooth three-point shot from White, who just had to hit them right back.
Curry against White. Shot by Heel, nobody around. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 4 assists now tonight.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
White against Curry. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistleblower. You know, Stan, it is great to see Kobe White put it all together.
It sure is, Kevin. This guy hung in there with a great attitude. Even when he wasn't playing as much as he wanted to, he's still growing as a player, knocking down shots. His confidence is sky high. His approach will take him a long way.
I got to believe, as a coach, that is incredibly satisfying to have that kind of play.
Yeah, it really is. When you have a guy like that, he just keeps getting better.
And that one falls for White.
Well,
substitution on the court.
Moody the pass to Curry. Here's Finney-Smith, covered by Smith. Finney-Smith kicks to Melton. And again, it's the Warriors missing. The Bulls leading by 7. So for Chicago right now, Levine and Williams up in the forward position. MP is out there with Kobe White. And it's Smith in at the center lock. On the wing, Melton. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 7th assist in the game. Right the pass to Fields. The offensive rebound, Smith. And that's good. A nice job at the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Yeah, that's a nice hustle play, but boy, it drives a coach crazy to concede second chance points.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Clever move by Curry, taking the foul, but still getting the shot on.
At the line
And
for the
let's get your
Dubs,
take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, they've been owning the painted area offensively. I love the intensity they're playing with down there.
And on top of that, they've really been dialed in from deep, just dropping triple after triple.
Free throw good by Curry. And the Warriors with some changes. Kevon Looney comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jonathan Kuminga in for Gary Payton. And both free throws good for Curry.
And good aggressive basketball in that trip. Drawing the foul, converting the free throws, and then also narrowing the gap.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Outside, Levine. He kicks to Fields. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Melton's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Curry. The focus from Curry. Gets it to fall inside.
And with a limitless jump shot, the elusive ball handling skills, Curry can get a bucket pretty much whenever he wants.
Here's Fields. That one off the back iron and out.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all. And if they've been saving a sure thing play, now is the time for it.
We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. And he gets the bucket. Timeout called the Warriors. They're trailing by 6. 1:06 left to play in the final quarter.
Dub Nation, time to make some noise and welcome out your Warriors 15.
To present the New Balance Player of the Game, Zach LaVine.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the break. Now, Coach was still pretty positive. He told his guys a handful of shots completely changes his game. Just a few good minutes, and we're right there. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Back to White. And that comes off the assist by LaVine.
3-ball.
And now it's a 9-point Bulls lead.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
And this team believes in Hill. There, he repays their confidence by executing in the clutch.
And so they foul intentionally.
Third team foul. At the line for the Bulls.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie. And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Well, it's all due to his energy and effort, as well as how well he's been able to get ideal positioning on the glass.
On the wing, Hill. Trifecta!
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
So the Bulls win it. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Everybody stand up if you ever had your back against the wall and had to fight back. It's your anthem. My view from the top of the moon, I can see the whole world sitting in my hand, a maze of views. We finna break the rules, and we gon' make them too. I can't fall asleep, I gotta stand tall, that's what a leader do. Follow me, I'm leading you. Hey, we finna turn up, crank up the heat in here, they finna burn up. Told them I'm coming, I'm here, tell them they time up. I said it once, I'ma say it again, this here be my year. I ain't gon' show no fear, I know that I'm built to equip for what God want me to do. I'm number one out the two, it don't know where I'ma lose. I hate to struggle, but it made me harder. I made it far, but I wanna go farther. This not for me, this for my son and my daughter, my family tree and their daughter. I'm the chosen one, I'm wearing that jacket. I was down, now I'm up, now I was the underdog, now look who be left. I'm better than you guys, yeah. The champions, the champions. Hey, we gon' ball, never fall, the champions, the champions, the champions. Hey, we gon' ball, never fall, I put my head up and told them crown me. My ring finger got a rock on it, rock on it. I put my head up and told them crown me. My ring finger got a rock on it, rock on it, rock on it. Threw dirt on my neck, tried to bury me. Threw salt on me like that was seasoning. Now this my season. Weathered every storm that was sent my way, but promise you it wasn't easy.
Starting Five is your chance to compete with a full NBA team against another My Player.
Your My Player takes their position on the team that you select.
So you might want to find a team where your presence can improve the way that team plays.
You'll be player locked with MP, so it's all about strategy, when to let your team shine,
and the key moments when you decide to step up and become the difference maker in the game.
The games are 4 quarters and 5 minutes each. There are no substitutions. It's just your starting five, and that's the name of the game.
Can you use the best players on your team and find a way to outsmart your opponents?
Try out Starting Five today. You'll earn VC, XP, and rep for every game played, and it's a fun way to badge up.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everyone. We have some exciting NBA action coming up. I'm Brian Anderson. With me tonight, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, with Allie LaForce joining us courtside. A look at the starting group here for Denver. Westbrook runs the point with Murray to his side. Peyton Watson is out there with Christian Brown. And it's Jokic in at the 5, down low. And for Chicago, Levine and Williams are the 2 forwards. Lonzo Ball is out there with MP. And it's Smith in at the center, filling out the middle. You know, on paper, this looks like a lopsided matchup. But anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
Yeah, that is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
Now here's Levine. Boy, he just disappeared against Philadelphia. They needed him. Westbrook against Ball. Just 5 to shoot. Over Westbrook. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. And so it's Westbrook who will bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Chicago.
Last year, they made easy work of this club, sweeping the 2-game season series.
These guys are looking forward to this year now, putting last season behind them.
Ball against Westbrook from 11 feet away. And that one's long. Murray with it. MP's there. And that one drops for him. Murray's got 5.
Nice work by Murray, outwitting the defense. He gets ahead of them and pulls right up for a shot.
Well, Grant, when you think of Jamal Murray and all he's been through, health is of utmost importance for him.
Oh, extremely important, B.A., because when Murray is healthy, he's a lethal player and a huge part of this team's success.
Murray with it. He's got 5. Here's Jokic. Misses the layup. For Chicago, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. The 3 from Ball. On target from range. Ball's got his second bucket of the night.
He can pull up with the best of them. Ball solid with his jumper.
Now here's Murray. We saw him with 19 his last time out. The lob. Very well done.
saw his teammate with a path to the rim, and boom, lobbed it up there beautifully.
Very smooth catch and finish. Now here's Ball. Pass to Fields. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Here's Murray. And that one comes off the assist by Westbrook. 7 points in the game. The Bulls have gone 3 of 6 from the floor to the middle. Here's Fields. And he lays it up and in.
I love the throwback basketball. Work it down low and set up your teammate.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. They want to keep rolling here following a win against Minnesota.
And most of the arena was totally against them. But they looked inward, trusted each other, and made good plays.
Even with all that noise, when they had the ball, it never rattled them. Their offense was in tune like it was a home game.
Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over.
Substitution on the court.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Levine and Williams are the 2 forwards. MP is out there with Ball. And it's Smith in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. And what you love about this Denver offense, Grant, by and large, they take good shots.
Oh, they do. Top 5 in field goal percentage over the last 5 seasons. And a lot of that is Jokic delivering the ball to the right guy at the right time.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
KBA, the Denver Nuggets are building for the long haul. Their philosophy has been to draft polished prospects and then develop them into contributors. They look for 4 qualities: basketball IQ, character, positional size, and absence of skill deficiencies. Brian, the track record has been strong.
It really has. Thanks, Allie. There's Ball with a 3. And again, it's Chicago with a 3.
This is why Ball takes a good amount of threes, because he's very accurate and confident from there.
Here's Pickett. Off target from 3-point range.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Here's Fields. Watson with a rebound.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make them all.
Here's Pickett, hounded by Ball. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
First personal foul.
And the first one at the line is... And so it's the Denver Nuggets, already up 20.
With the score, the Bulls 30, the Nuggets 56.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been a clinic out there by Nikola Jokic.
And he was a beast on the offensive glass in that first half. How can they slow him down?
The way to limit those offensive boards, it's just effort, guys. Whoever is guarding him has to get to position and beat him to the spot.
On the court for the Nuggets, Westbrook runs the point with Murray to his side. Aiden Watson is out there with Nikola Jokic. And it's Brown in at the 3. Here's Brown. He's covered by Levine. Blocked! Pass to Williams. Puts it up from 12. That shot, no good. Excellent defense there from Watson. The 3 is up. Doesn't go that time. And the Bulls shooting around 33%. Not the best offensive efficiency. To the paint. And MP with a basket on the assist by Ball. Fields has got his second basket.
These are exactly the kind of shots they want to generate each and every time down the floor.
Murray's shot is good.
I call Jamal Murray a scoring guard. He's on this team to provide points, and he's certainly doing that tonight.
Here's Fields. Great D that time from Murray.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. The Bulls have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Here's Fields. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Levine. Fields has got 6 points. Denver has gone 6 for 12 from deep so far in this game. Murray, shot is good.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
Ball outside. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
We've seen...
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Pass to Strother. Here's the 3. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got 8 rebounds in the game. For Chicago, they've gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Levine and Williams are the 2 forwards. Ball is out there with MP. And it's Smith in at the 5. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Here's Strother. Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, there are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
Now here's MP inside. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. More and more, we're seeing international players come into the league who are NBA ready, Grant.
It really is a sight to see, B.A. And some of those guys start playing pro ball when they're 16 or 17 years old. It toughens you up real quick playing against older competition at that age.
Shooting 2.
No good on the free throw. The Nuggets making a switch here. Najee's checked in. Good on the second one. Well, Grant, we've heard some out there say dynasties are dead. And these days, there are a lot of teams contending for titles.
Well, the NBA is happy to see all the competition. But, you know, this league has been defined over the decades by dynasties. We'll see if their epitaph has been written.
Pass to Jokic. Here's Strother. The 3. That falls. Nice feed from Jokic. Jokic has got his 4th assist with that last one. 2 minutes gone by here in the 4th. Outside Levine. And Grant, with the 65 games rule for player awards, it did seem there was a real reduction in load management.
Yeah, B.A., and I liked it. The stars played more early on, but we also saw a lot of them get banged up by the playoffs. So it seems there's still a balance to be struck.
Pickett, he's checked in for Westbrook. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
All game long, they've been making it rain from the arc. And look, they've done it by feeding the hot hands.
You know what? They impressed me from mid-range. I mean, understanding that there's more places to shoot than beyond the arc.
And so here is Chicago. Denver getting their last shot to go. Here's Fields. Misses the baby hook. The Nuggets have gotten 4 of 9 shots to go in during this 4th quarter. Here's Pickett, pounded by Ball. Pickett can't hit.
There wasn't a lot of resistance there at that rim. He just tricked off a little bunny.
And the basket by Fields.
Such a good facilitator. Ball has nice touch on that pass.
Denver has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the 4th. 1:52 left in the 4th. Pass to Strother. Fires from deep. They get it again. Jokic, and terrific work on the offensive glass as he picks up the deuce.
So listen, I mean, whether you put a body on Jokic or you don't, he will sneak in there for a second chance opportunity.
MP outside. And you look around the league, we're witnessing a changing of the guard, Richard. A lot of young teams on the rise.
I think so. LeBron, Curry can only rule the roost for so long. Eventually, that torch has to be passed.
Chicago making some changes. Duarte, he's checked in for Williams. Terry comes in for Zach LaVine. And Ayo Dosunmu subbed in for Ball. And Denver with a change here, too. Holmes is checked in.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Nuggets.
Their unbelievable shooting was probably the biggest difference tonight, but they also got stops.
Yeah, great effort on both ends. Now, they worked for good shots, and they were stingy defensively as well, but just really impressive.
And this will give them win number 32 on the year so far.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Nikola Jokic.
Honestly, I just love how relentless he is on the glass, making a big effort to pull the ball in and give his teammates extra chances.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Duarte. And that one drops.
Using his speed advantage to create the separation he needs for the shot.
So far, so good for Denver. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Bulls ball. Substitution on the court.
Now here's Dosunmu. He's closely guarded. Fields the pass to Duarte. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Hey, man. Everybody stand up if you ever had your back against the wall and had to fight back. It's your anthem. My view from the top of the moon. I can see the whole world sitting in my hand, a maze of it. We finna break the rules, and we gon' make them too. I can't fall asleep.
Yo. I just need my space right now. Hey, yo, bad play. I'm a baller. I'm a baller. Get my car, you look up, you see stars.
Ever since.
Son, where'd you find this? Son, where'd you find this?
Ever since why I've been talking about. Been laid up, been chained up. This don't change us. Just been through a lot. We gon' bounce back right up just like this. Yeah. Let me get my together. I tell no son, making citizens arrest.